Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Glam Queen AB, and today's video is going to be a quick little story time about how these bitches tried to test me in the second grade. Say no. No, but seriously. Um, I was in the second grade and I had got into my first fight. Like moving in the hood, you feel me? People try to test your gangster, you feel me? See what you really about and all of that. So to backtrack, before I moved here in the second grade, I lived in this little area that was pretty much like, it was diverse. Like it was white, it was black, it was everybody pretty much. But I didn't have to worry about getting into fights. If you picked on somebody, it was just like, for what? It wasn't really like a lot of gun violence in this area or anything like that. You didn't even really see you didn't see fights, you didn't see drama. It was just stupid stuff in this first town. Plus we was in the first grade, so we shouldn't have been worried about getting into fights anyway. But that all changed when your girl moved to the hood. So when I first moved to this little area, I was so small. I was the cutest little girl. Like, look at me, same face, all of that. But it was kind of just like when I first moved to this town. Sorry, I had a text. But when I first moved to this town or whatever, I went to go play at the park, and it was like on this particular day, everybody was at the park. Like the whole hood was at the park. And I think this was like my first time at the park at that. So I'm sitting playing on top of the slide. I remember like it was yesterday, playing like on top of the slide. But what I can't remember is if other people was fighting prior to this. But something is telling me that people wasn't fighting prior to this, or maybe they was. I don't know. You would have thought it was like a freaking boxing match or like a wrestling ring that day. And I don't understand. But long story short, I'm sitting on top of the slide, and this girl, me and her cool, by the way, we cool today, we got cool after that. And if anything, I want to try to get her like to come on my channel to see like if she'll be willing to talk and like figure out why she did these things to people, like why she wanted to fight people, like why did she feel like she had to prove herself. Because I liked her, I thought that she was cool. That's why I'm cool with her till this day. Like, you feel me? She's matured a lot since then. But back then, it was like she ran the hood. Like, she would fight anybody. Even though back then it was kind of like I was like the little cute little pretty girl, and a lot of people that I hung out with, I didn't have to put my hands on nobody. Like, I had people that I hung out with that would like do you in. Like, I had cannons ready to go, like females. Like, you not touching my little sister, because they just knew. I know how to fight, but I didn't have to because I had people that was like ready. So this particular day, we at the park, I'm sitting on top of the slide, and all I remember is her pointing at me like, you, I want to fight her. Me, I'm not paying no mind, because I'm just like, I'm in the second grade, like, what? I'm not paying no mind. I'm playing on top of the slide still. She like, I want to fight you. So I remember this girl that I called like my older cousin back then. She was like, she like tapped me. Like, yeah, like she talking to you. So I'm like, talking to me what? She like she wanna fight you, but nobody understood why. So I'm just like, oh my God, like, do I sit up here? Do I fight? Like, what? Like, I don't bother nobody. Like, what is the problem? Like, I don't get it. So of course I had to go down there and fight, because I couldn't go out like no little bitch. Like, and I remember somebody pushing me down the slide. Like, I'm sitting at the top of the slide, and somebody, like, they didn't like push me like that, but they like pushed me to go down the slide. Like you gonna go fight. Like, you not about to let her, you feel me? You're not about to let her bully you and this, that, and the third. You're about to go fight. So I go down there, you feel me? I didn't have no guard. I didn't have no nothing, because I just didn't understand. So next thing you know, we fighting, we rolling around like inside the what are them little things, wood chips, whatever they call it, you know what I'm talking about, them little things, them little tan little things or whatever. So we rolling around, we fighting, this and that and the third. And then next thing you know, her older cousin picks me up from on her, picks me up like from on her, and got my arms like tied like behind my back like you about to get arrested, like tied behind my back. Like I've never seen nothing like this before. Even now that I'm 23 years old, I've never seen nobody tie nobody. Mind you, he was a guy, and I'm cool with him to this day. Why am I cool with these people? But he tied my arms behind my back or whatever, and she just like trying to come towards me, and like she's swinging and all this other stuff, but she's not like hitting me. So I'm just kicking like, and I'm small as hell, and he was mad big, so like my feet is way off the ground. So I'm just kicking or whatever, and I'm like able to keep her from like attacking me. And then next thing you know, my nose like starts bleeding. Like my nose was bleeding, and I didn't understand why, because I'm just like, she didn't hit me in my nose, like she didn't even hit me in my face. I know that it was a really hot day, and I know that sometimes like I would get nosebleeds like if it was like really hot outside, and I'm just like, my nose was bleeding. So then I had it was crazy, because now everybody that told me to fight, they walking me home or whatever to my mom. So my mom like, what is going on or whatever, like what, you just got into a fight? Like, and then my mom like, she don't play that, like she don't play about her kids. So she like, you just got into a fight, like what the hell is going on? So then next thing you know, we get a knock on the door. It's her family. So we under the impression that they trying to fight still. Like, your cousin grabbed me by the arms. Like, why you still want to fight me? I don't understand. So, my mom opened the door, whatever. Her mom was just like, so her mother comes knocking on the door, whatever, and my mom opened the door, and she's just like, your daughter just fought my daughter, and I feel like my daughter owes your daughter an apology, because I didn't raise my daughter to be like that. So my mom allowed them to come in or whatever. I'm sitting in the living room with some other people in there, whatever. And everybody that lived like in this hood, they pretty much are like family, like regardless of whatever, like they like family. So she had came in or whatever, you know, she said that she was sorry to me or whatever. You know, my makeup look lit. This is probably the best makeup look I ever did. I cannot. But you know, she was just like, I'm sorry, you know, my mom did. Her mom was like, for what? What you sorry for? She's like, I'm sorry for fighting you for no reason, this and that and the third. And her mom is really nice too. Her mom liked me. And it was crazy, because after that moment, me and her used to always get into it. Like, we used to always get into it because, like I said, like she would just fight anybody. So we would always get into arguments. I feel like every year she always wanted to fight me. But the crazy part about it, like, my mom is such a good person that even if she wanted to fight me, my mom would do her hair before the new school year started. My mom would, like, you know, like help us with outfits. My mom would walk us to school. My mom would make sure that like she had what I had. And it was so crazy because her mom never did those things for me, even though I feel like her mom would have, if she could, she definitely would have, or even if she knew that my mom did that for me. But my mom, she always didn't mind doing for other people. So when that happened, like her fighting me and my mom still looked, that showed me that my mom was like a really good person. So every year she wanted to fight me. Every year she was getting into fights with people. Like, regardless, it's like when you're that young, like you don't know any better. You don't care that like somebody's mom is doing for you. So obviously that didn't faze her. But let's get into this ponytail. But yeah, so yeah, I got a bloody nose in the 2nd grade. First time moving in the hood. And it was crazy. It wasn't the worst day of my life because I got into other fights after that. So if you want to hear other story times about me getting into fights, and don't think that I was a fighter, because I was not. I was a cute little girl. You feel me? You just have to stand up for yourself and don't let people bully you. I don't say go around fighting people, but you must stick up for yourself or people will just treat you how they want to treat you, and you have to teach people how to treat you. So I would definitely say don't fight. Do well in school. Say nah. But that concludes today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video.